Hello everybody, Chris Garagiola, so thrilled to be with you here on behalf of both Basketball Australia and Bar TV Sports as we bring you all day long non-stop coverage here of the Under 20 Ivory Championships. We're just a few moments away from getting our second grand final started. Victoria, undefeated so far in pool play. They are taking on South Australia. South Australia, of course, were able to defeat Tasmania in yesterday's semifinal. That was brought to you live thanks to Basketball Australia's official YouTube page. And here we are now broadcasting on Facebook. So glad to have you wherever you are joining us for a little bit of gold medal action. Let's take a look at the starters for both of these teams. First, Victoria, as head coach Glenn Jordan has sent out Jake Delamotte, Matthew Tuddenham, Cameron Slazik, James Myers, and Fraser Dauber. To 78, the biggest challenge for Victoria is definitely going to have to be slowing down number 4 in blue, Jake Delamotte, a member of the Boomerangs. He's averaging almost 35 points per game. He has it now, and his first shot is up and is good. Jake Delamotte right on cue saying, "You can't stop me." And it's Kinross just off the glass, no good. Rebounded this time though, Delamotte. He can do it all. No surprise he represents Australia and the Boomerangs in international play. He's been on the big stage before, no doubt about it. In the corner now, it is Slazik. Off the mark, rebound though, goes to the Victorian side. Well, and we were talking about it before this game started. The biggest key for South Australia is going to be trying to neutralize Delamotte one way or another, whether it's with defense or maybe trying to go aggressively to the hoop and draw some fouls. He's already got 2 personals here in the first.
Yes, defense is an area where he can be vulnerable. That's an area of his game that he's been working on hard. So, has he picked up another? No. So yeah, absolutely. If he can, if they can get him in foul trouble and get him down to the bench, that will definitely be in South Australia's advantage.
Whistle here, and a timeout is going to be called by Victoria. So, 1-point game early on in. It's Briggs, it's Delamotte, it's and one. You're not going to stop Jake Delamotte from that position.
Again, just a little bit of pressure at half court, get you your turnover, your numbers advantage, good finishes at the rim.
Just one free throw to come to try and complete the 3-point play.
If you actually have to work for it, I think those ones feel a little bit better.
And we've seen snapshots of it on our broadcasts and some great clips of guys who have been teammates at the international level in between free throws and timeouts, just some high fives and pats on the back. And to me, that's the best part about watching a game like this. It gets competitive, it gets chippy at times, but everyone kind of gets the bigger picture.
Yeah, absolutely. And great entry pass from Mallard.
Oh, nearly. Didn't know he volunteered on the weekends. 22 seconds left. Give me your final thoughts so far. Both of these teams and ultimately Victoria coming out on top.
Well, as you were saying, that first half was great. I thought SA did a really good job of slowing it down, playing the tempo they wanted to. Delamotte in foul trouble, you couldn't really have asked for much more. But it's just the depth of Victoria. Like too many guns. Even without Delamotte, they were able to stay in there. And South Australia just ran out of legs. Those turnovers at the beginning of the third, which allowed them to, like you said, South Australia, great job. That's a tough game. Victoria definitely had to work hard to earn that. So, really good game.
And the hard work pays off. Victoria halfway home to the clean sweep. It was the women who got the morning started. You helped lead that team to a gold, and now it is the Iberberg men's side with a 90-63 final. They claim yet again another gold medal in what was an excellent game between South Australia here and Victoria.
So what would be your MVP prediction for the game?
Ooh. That is tough, but even with all of the foul trouble, Jake Delamotte pours in 28 points. He has 8 rebounds, 3 steals. It's hard not to go with number 4.
Categories. And Ryan Briggs off the bench, he really made a big difference for them in that second and third quarter without Delamotte. So those two guys, I think, are great contributions here this afternoon.
Well, we're going to step out briefly, see if we can get the head coach when we come back. But 90-63 is our final score. I'm here with the winning coach, Glenn Jordan. Coach, talk me through that first half. South Australia, they gave you a really good fight. Jake Delamotte got in some foul trouble. How did you get your team to adjust?
Oh, look, exactly right. They did credit to South Australia. They did a really good job that first half. They came out hard. They drew fouls from us. It's normally our structure the other way. So they worked us out early, but it's just about belief. And we had our structure. We had structure. We knew we had the fitness. We had a deep bench. They didn't have a deep bench. That's what it came down to.
Let's talk about that bench. Daniel Bell, he hit some big threes, especially in that first half. James Myers, what a performance he had. It might not be the sexiest scoreline, but he was getting it done on both ends of the floor.
Absolutely. Ever reliable, Jimmy. He's fantastic. And look, Dan's come through an NITP system, and that we had, it's during the year, last year. And when we started with him in July, he couldn't really dribble or pass the ball. So to come to this is extremely satisfying for me as a coach, but also for Victorian basketball. It's great. But as a team effort, they all did their bit, and that's what it's about. That's what we're about.
Victorian basketball, it's some crazy number like 14 straight gold medals in Iberberg competitions.
Yep.
How do you describe Victoria basketball? What does it mean to be part of this program?
Look, to me, it's been life-changing. It's fantastic. The amount of people I've met and been able to coach through the system. I'm actually now retiring from it, so it's it for me. But look, it's a great system, and hopefully whoever's coming up from, hopefully Ryan, my assistant, is going to come up and take over and keep that tradition going. We're lucky we've got a lot of depth in Victoria, and look, the government as well, I'll put that on there as politics, but look, they help out a lot, and they do a good thing for Basketball Victoria. They help out a lot. As much as we need lots of stadiums, many more, look, they do a great job, and it starts from the top, and it works all the way through.
Hey, we've got 2 grand finals done, both Victorian winners.
Yep.
Do we have 2 more Victorian champs on the way?
Let's hope so. We'll be rooting for them.
Coach, thanks so much for stopping by. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was Coach Jordan joining us. Winners again, Victoria in the Iberberg men's finals. We'll be right back to get you set for the under-20 women's final.